Hi everybody, just wanted to come and give you another project video to make your own product tags. If you own your own company, whether it's a big one or a little one, sometimes it's fun just to have your own personal touch onto your product as they go out the door. So I have had somebody who created a logo for me. So I'm going to go to my images and up to the search bar and type in my company name, Time Krafts. So here's my logo that has been created for me. I'm going to insert images. And to start with, this is being made as a cut feature. As you see up here, it says cut. I'm going to want it to be written so that I can create my own tags. So I'm going to change it to draw. And then you can see this turned all into an outline idea. And then just for now, I'm going to shrink it down a little bit to get it out of the way on my mat. Then over here to images, I'm going to click that. I need to clear my filters because I don't want my uploaded images anymore. I want to be able to use what Cricut has. And I want a tag because I'm going to create my own tags for products. So I type in tag and then I just scroll down until I find a tag that I like. Not right off, so I'm going to go back up to that one we just saw and I'm going to select it and I'm come down and I hit insert images down here. And from here I get to decide what size I want to make it. It is 6 inches by 3 inches tall. That's a little large, so I think I'm going to reduce my width to about 3 inches. And then my height stays at 1.5 inches. I'm going to rotate this so it's just a little easier to work with. Now I need to take my logo over here and fit it onto this. So this is 1.5 inches wide, so I want my logo to be smaller than that, obviously. So let's make my logo 1.25 inches in size. And then I can come over here, put it on here. Obviously, as you can see, it's in the background, so I'm going to send it to the front so that I can see what I'm actually working with here. And center my logo on the mat. Then, once you have it where you want it onto your tag, you create a box around the entire thing for selecting it, and you come down to this spot down here, and you want to attach it all together. Now that is a multi-cut image because it's going to be both drawn and cut. That's why up here it says multiple, because we're going to be doing 2 different actions. And now you just have to decide how many of these tags would you like to make so that we can duplicate it onto our mat. So you come up and hit duplicate and how many ever times you want. A little trick I've learned to be able to duplicate quicker is I make a few of the item I want to make. So here I have 5 of them. And instead of just continuously hitting duplicate over and over, I'm going to highlight those 5 together and hit duplicate again. And it duplicated 5 at a time, so I actually have 10 on my mat now. I'm going to call it good at 10 right now, so then I'm going to make it. As you see, it shows how it's going to cut on the mat. However, I only have an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper to use, so my paper isn't going to be big enough to go over here. So from this point, I can take and move these to fit the size of paper that I do have. You can manipulate these images however it works best for you. So since I have 8.5 by 11, I'm going to bring both of these over so that they fall underneath this 8.5 line here. I don't need anything mirrored, so from this, I just need to hit continue again. And I will be putting them into my mat at this, or into my Cricut at this point. Make sure your paper is nice and stuck down to your mat. I recommend that you don't use a mat that's too sticky at this point, because you will end up kind of tearing your paper as you try to remove it from your mat. If you use a green mat, make sure it's not a brand new one. Otherwise, a blue mat would be perfect for this. I have a green one that doesn't have a whole lot of life left to it, so I'm actually going to take the time to tape down my corners so it doesn't shift as I do cut. And then I'm actually using a pretty good cardstock. It's probably heavier than 80 pounds even, so I'm going to browse my cardstock materials. I'm going to click heavy cardstock for this project. It's going to tell you to load your pen, because remember, we were drawing our logo onto there. So you're going to choose whatever color that you're wanting to use, and you're going to load it into the accessory clamp on your Cricut. And then it tells you we need the fine point blade, and then you load your mat and you are good to go. Brought you over to where the Cricut is. Generally, my logos, I like to use turquoise. So even though that screen said to load my black marker, I'm actually going to load my Cricut marker labeled Candy Crystal. So that's about the perfect color for my products, to just kind of match my business cards and such. So I'm going to come over here and open my accessory clamp, load in my pen, close the clamp, load my mat. When it's ready, I'll hit glow. We'll come back in a few minutes to see the finished product. This does take a little bit longer because it's a multi-step project. So I usually like to put these in and walk away for a little while and come back when it's complete. Okay, as you can see, it is all done. So we're going to unload the mat. Take the vinyl off and we'll see what we've got. I'm sorry, we'll take the paper off. I'm so used to working with vinyl, I forgot we were working with paper today. Obviously, it had a little hard time cutting all the way through. As you can see, we've got super cute little labels for all of your products at a craft show, or even if you sell in a store or whatever, you can tie these on, write your price across the bottom there, and they have a super cute label that goes out with your information, so then people know where to find you for the next time. Hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, make sure you hit subscribe. Have a good day.